Hello, dealing with loneliness. Today we're going to talk about some of the hard facts around loneliness. So, is loneliness really that bad for us? What does the research tell us? Well, in one study, bad news alone was not necessarily bad for us in terms of our thought processes and mental health. But bad news about social connection was very bad for us. So even the anticipation of loneliness has a detrimental effect on us. Hard fact number one. Why is it so hard to concentrate when I feel alone? The conclusion of a study showed that loneliness slows down our thinking. Hard facts 2 and 3. Why do we turn to ice cream or other fatty foods when we feel lonely? A study showed that loneliness increases our appetite as well as decreasing our level of self-control. Hard fact number 4. Why do I get so negative in my thinking when I feel alone? Loneliness increases our negative schemas. And a study showed specifically pessimism and punitiveness. So pessimism in terms of negative thinking, that things are going to fail, things are not going to work out. And punitiveness is around punishment, often about self-punishment. I deserve to be punished. So remember about core emotional needs and some of the roots around loneliness we discussed in the other session in the domains of disconnection and rejection, and then the last domain, loneliness and isolation. And what's interesting in this particular study, it showed that loneliness can exacerbate and trigger the schemas of negativity and pessimism in domain number 2, and also in domain number 3, punitiveness. And just remember that schemas are generally not bad. They're bad. They're not good for us, for our mental health, and they're also not good for developing relationships. So they can also exacerbate some of the causes around loneliness. In a study in America, there was a comparison between very lonely individuals and those who were not lonely at all. And that study showed, so for people who were very lonely, they had less social support, so they reported less social support. They reported greater shyness, they had lower levels of social skills, they were more prone to anger, they had more anxiety, they had lower self-esteem, they had an increased fear of a negative self-evaluation, they had lower optimism, they had a lower positive mood and a higher negative mood, and you can see how these things would be detrimental to your mental health. Hard fact number 5. Loneliness will take its toll. And interestingly, it's on par with other risk factors for early death like high blood pressure, obesity, lack of exercise, or even smoking. So remember, loneliness is serious, and ultimately loneliness can kill you. So think about those hard facts. We've got 5 of them. Slows down our thinking, increases our appetite, decreases our level of self-control, increases our schemas, including pessimism and punitiveness, and increases our risk of an early death. So please take action, take it today, whether it's about yourself or whether it's someone that you know and that you can help. Thanks for listening.